From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Kaepernick. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now it's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Rolling to his right. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw is Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
So a first catch for him in the ball game, and you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense, so maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's complete to John Ross. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. These two teams all tied after one. From the 50 at Stafford.
Swings this out for Hunt.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 14. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The
Good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Kaepernick going to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Kaepernick to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. That's Patterson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 3 yards remain for second down. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Kaepernick looking to throw. 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
When you have a guy who has mobility, bootlegging him out of the pocket is often a big-time call, especially on a 4th down play. Gives him a run-pass option.
Yeah, but it's also gutsy, right, because you're exposing your quarterback quite a bit.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one at all, because on the bootleg, you've got to hope that the defensive ends or outside linebackers take the fake. If they don't, they're often right in the face of the guy trying to exit out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Kaepernick. Quick slant here to Woods. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Going up top for Kupp. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Kaepernick now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Now Kaepernick. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts it towards the middle of the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break. Stafford going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of it. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Kaepernick may be a free play. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Into the secondary, past the 40, and all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Gregory Rousseau just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. That catch good for only a couple.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Kaepernick going to throw. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Patterson. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Patterson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Kaepernick. Got to have this one. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Patterson on the carry.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing his Kaepernick on third down. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Kaepernick to throw. They'll roll him out right. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now Kaepernick. And Woods has it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
He finds his man complete. It's Patterson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second and 2. First down marker at the 8. Back to throw. Kaepernick buying time to his left. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Stafford.
And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now it's Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
52 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
First throw in overtime for Stafford. They'll go screen here to Hunt. So it goes. This is a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Here's Stafford.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. Stafford. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on first down. Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Gay's kick is good. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for L.A., it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.